Hello and welcome to my third video in this series where I'm talking specifically to buyers. So today's discussion is on offering the seller a realistic price to buy his home. Nowadays with technology, it's so much easier to access information. And if you're a serious buyer, and you don't want to be classified as a bargain hunter, then I highly recommend that you research the area that you're planning to buy in, where you're looking to buy in, and ascertain how much properties are actually selling for. If you go in blind with a ridiculously low offer that's way below the seller's asking price, which is not even close to market related, you'll find it very challenging for the buyer to grant your offer any serious consideration. I've often come across sellers who take such extreme exception that they refuse to start any negotiation with the buyer. So give this careful thought, and remember this also falls under planning and preparing. So I want you to take careful note of what I have to say in this video. Now, if you find yourself falling into such a category where you're tempted to put low offers on properties, uh, I want you to place yourself in this situation. I want you to picture where you are a seller and a buyer, either directly or via an estate agent, phones you to make an appointment to view your property. Now, you as a seller, you indulge that request for viewing, and quite often you have to work around a tight schedule, as everybody does. So you can put yourself in the position where the seller has to rush around back and forth trying to accommodate viewing requests, juggling time between work, between picking up the kids, between dropping off kids, between gym appointments, family commitments. And after all of that, you are now faced with a ridiculously low offer. So it does get frustrating from the position of a seller. And I want you to put yourself in the position and picture that. So, what's the solution for a seller to consider your offer as genuine? Or where you're dealing with an estate agent on a particular property, request for them to compile and discuss with you a comparative market analysis prior to you making that offer so that you can make an informed decision. And here, again, as stated in my previous video, and I'm going to post a link below this for that video, you don't want to set yourself up for disappointment. Don't ever place yourself in that situation where you find something which you absolutely love and you lose out simply because you tried to get that property cheap. It can be very disheartening for you as a buyer. You found something, in your heart you want it, but you're so tempted to put a ridiculous offer um, where the seller takes offense and doesn't want to have any form of negotiation with you. So don't ever feel that you're entitled to put a cheeky offer. If you're going to go the route of a cheeky offer, then I advise that you take a very calculated risk and prepare your mindset for the rejection that may follow. Believe me, I've seen so many buyers pointing fingers at the seller, pointing fingers at the estate agents, where they lose out on a property where they chose to put a cheeky offer. The buyer? The buyer chose to put a cheeky offer, he lost out on the property, and it's everybody else's fault. Not his, it's everybody else. Therefore, a comparative market analysis gives you valuable insight and you consider factors such as the condition of the property, the location of the property, and other similar properties that have sold in the area. It also emphasizes other similar properties that are currently for sale that's competing with that property. So, by relying on a comparative market analysis, you are more likely to put a realistic a more realistic offer to the seller, and as a result, you have a higher chance that the seller will consider your offer more favorably. On the plus side of that coin, a comparative market analysis also ensures that you, as the buyer, does not pay more than a market related price for that property. So it's very much in your favor to work via a CMA or a comparative market analysis. Now, if you speak to any property practitioner, um, be it a property attorney or be it an estate agent, they're going to tell you that ultimately the final sales price of a property is determined by what a willing and able buyer is prepared to pay for that particular property and for what a willing seller is prepared to accept. So I really do and truly hope that this video has given you a sense of direction, that when you have to put an offer to purchase a property, try not to be cheeky, because nobody likes to deal with a cheeky person. You wouldn't, and I know I wouldn't, so obviously a seller wouldn't as well. You don't want to chance it. The South African phrase, Tata ma chance, does not work in property. Nobody is going to sell their property for less than it's worth. You wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't do it. So be real when you put in an offer. So please go out there and be realistic with the offers that you put. You want to be taken seriously by a seller, particularly over a property that you absolutely love and that you really and truly want. You don't want to lose it because you're trying to get the property cheap. So if you like this video, please click or press the like button, and please subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching my videos.